All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
Yeah, I would say it's a problem, Marty, when every time you lose a game this time of the year, you can't go backwards. But I don't even know what to say, but maybe we'll have a little laugh or two tonight. All right, guys, welcome on in, NorCal Sports Network. Giants, another game, another loss, on their way to 62-100. All right. We're going to break it all down for you. Have the laugh track ready to go. First, let us thank our sponsor of the show, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located Marin, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs at 415-613-9483. You got a personal injury situation, give Chapman Law Group a call. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. Again, 415-613-9483. Lou, time for
constant.
Let this sink in, Giants fans. Just enjoy it. We might get a good draft pick. Keep it up, Giants. If you're gonna fail, let's fail the correct way. Let's nothing like it. Let's go all in. Let's not another one-run game. This team is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And you know what? It's time, Lou. The Giants tonight, let me just pull up the box score, shall I? I think 14, they had like 12 more strikeouts.
14 strikeouts.
Okay, it got it up to 14.
Well, I was hoping for 15 so they could match it. If they would have gotten 15, they would have been the first team in 60 years to have 15 strikeouts in a week at home. But they didn't reach it.
Like twice, you mean, or something?
Yeah, twice in a week.
Oh, come on. We got to do better than this. Let's see. Who were the K people tonight? Ramos, 0 for 4, 2 Ks. Devers, 1 for 4, 3 more Ks. Hey, keep up that record, Rafi. Adames, 1 for 4, 2 Ks. So we got 7 Ks from the top 3 guys in the lineup. Koss only struck out once, 2 for 4. Fitzgerald, hey, Fitz. You're not cut out for the big leagues. And neither is Grant McKay. 3 at-bats, 2 more strikeouts.
Only 2. I wanted only 3 from him.
Come on, man. Come on, McKay. You know what, guys? It's time for me to be a little different, okay? It's time for me to be a little different. And a lot of you people aren't going to like it. I know this guy's not going to like it at all. Right there. Buster, you okay, buddy? I'm about to rip on your namesake, okay? I don't mean to do it, Buster, but something's got to be said. And it's not you I'm talking to, it's your big daddy, your big uncle. Uncle Buster needs some scolding. Why does Uncle Buster need some scolding? And why is NorCal Sports Network maybe the first to do it? Because he's playing McKay over Matos. And Matos is out of options. And so is Luciano. McKay doesn't have that issue. And we know what McKay does. McKay stinking strikes out all the time. Why are we playing McKay instead of at least letting Matos ride out the season? And don't give me this bull crap that you're in it. You just actually lost a game to the Mets for the first time in like 3 weeks. The Mets finally won a game, but the San Francisco Yints, Lou, how many games out are they behind the?
I don't know. The
Mets
Dodgers, as soon as it counts. Well, you got to remember they got an easy road trip. They're going to go to 4 for San Diego. And San Diego is going to be super pissed because they're probably going to get swept in LA. And then they're going to a team that might have 18 straight wins by then, going to Milwaukee. So that should be pretty easy. I mean, they got a chance to be 10 under before they get back. And then they got the Cubs when they come back then. I mean, it's just going to be. And I said this 2 months ago.
You did.
The second half of the schedule is brutal. But, our buddy Robert, who we're not even sure, rest in peace if he's still around, he guaranteed it. Don't worry. Again, Robert, the last 4 years, has probably made 20 predictions, and I think only one has come right. And he said Melvin will be here toward the end of the year. That's the only prediction in 4 years. I mean, I know there's homers out there, but you got to at least predict something that's going to come through. But, JC, Robert has disappeared. The other night on one of the other channels, they even asked for him, and they had, a lookout. Nobody can find him. So it happens. Yeah. They're not real fans. You got to stick with them, the whole season.
Yeah. All right. Let's take some time to
but
hey.
I think Buster is a problem because, you know what? Tonight, when I was watching, I go, come on, they're bringing up Wynn. I mean, Kristen Wynn is pitching. That's the best we have in the minor leagues. I'm sick of the same crap that they keep bringing up. McRae. Keaton Wynn.
I mean, hey, I don't new name, Lou. I love how you come up with new names. Kiston,
because
we have Tristan Beck and Keaton Wynn, but now we have Kiston Wynn.
Because they're useless. I don't want to see these guys on the major league. If Buster's going to do anything to impress me, to bring me back next year as a real fan, get rid of all these crumbs. Just get rid of all of them. Get rid of every single crumb we have. If they're not a player that we're going to see in them, get rid of them. I don't care. Even if we get a box of chocolates, get rid of them because these guys.
What kind of chocolate? Do you prefer C's or would you prefer Ghirardelli?
I'm more of a Ghirardelli. The only thing from
You're a city guy.
I'm a big caramel fan.
Caramel, love caramel. Yeah.
Unless it's like chocolate, like marble fudge ice cream. But I'm still a big peanut butter guy. But I'm just sick of seeing the same crap. We've seen the same bums, and for some reason, these people think they're going to come back. Get rid of them. McRae gone. Get rid of all these guys. I don't understand why we have them.
Look, Lou, Hiroku says that he's with Dan. Mato should finish it out. Look,
there's no reason why he's not up.
Give me one good reason why you would, if he's not part of the future, and he's release him. What are you doing?
Give him freedom.
Either release the guy
under this regime.
I mean, Justin Verlander sure must hate this organization. My gosh, how many games has the team blown for him? He should have 5 wins or more.
No. When you got a great bullpen like what we got, what do you expect? You got all these bums.
All right.
And like we talked about it last night, there's probably 4 people, and we're being gracious, that other teams want. And I know the chat gets upset. Oh, no, they're good. No, they're not. When you look at their contract, their production, and their overall defense, and you think there's 4, I think there's maybe 3 guys. That's it. Nobody wants any of our players because they're either incompetent, they don't know the game, or they don't play as team members. That's the one thing about the Giants recently. They're all playing for themselves. They're playing for their own money. They're playing for their own contract. They're not playing as a team.
Yep.
The only time it's one of those things. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like what NorCal Sports Talk Live is saying here. They put Chapman on the IL in order to sweep his awful season under the rug. Now the stupid writers can say, oh, he was hurt this year. He'll be back. He's not hurt. He just sucks. Well said. I believe that with all my heart. This is what they're trying to do, is make an excuse, and they know the season's over, and they're just going to say, like, let's just bury the whole, bury the headline because they don't want to read it. And this team is 7-19 in the second half. Hey, look, if you get swept tomorrow, do you have to make a statement? that's Melvin's got to go now? I mean,
well, that'll make it what 1 in 16 in their last 17 games at home. You know, you got to do something. I just think it's gotten to the point. And, you know, I said this earlier in the year, and I'll say it, this will be the final time I say it all season. One winning season, 2021, in the second half of the year. For some reason, the Giants just falter. And it was funny. I was watching the Major League Network, and they talked about it. They said, God, the Giants keep faltering in the second half. What is going on? And it's, you know, it's one of those things. This team, and I can't wait until they're officially eliminated. You know, we're going to have to put something up. I know tomorrow you're nervous because if the Giants lose, you might have to wear the Dodger blue hat. As the guys on the chat have been responding since you were the one that made the thing up. But hey, you know, it's just, I think the one good thing is we're down to 40 games left in the season.
39, and, thank God.
39, and it can't come quick enough.
Lou, I want to have a little dialogue here. Oh,
look at Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Give us cookies, and then maybe we'll read that.
What was that?
At 8:48.
Oh, okay. Valkyries 3 wins, Giants 0 wins. Oh my gosh, it's August 9th. All right. Nah says Dan, I know you don't like me, but you are absolutely right. Yadier Molina needs to be the new manager. All the core guys are Spanish speakers and young. We need young energy. Petition. Yeah, that's kind of why I like that. I like the idea the young guys are speaking Spanish, and they will feel much more engaged if their manager can speak directly to them in their language, and also put a fire under these guys. But here's where I want to get to, guys. I was thinking about this, you know, when we get ready to do a show, I'm always thinking things pop in my head. What can be said? What is the what is the direction we're going to go? And I started thinking when McKay came up and just these swings.
Wasn't even close.
It's not even close. It's like, and I'm thinking to myself, Buster, you're responsible for who's on the roster. I like Buster Posey, okay? I mean, I've got video of him right here on my phone doing a little nice thing. Shout out to my mother when she had cancer. I've met him on the field. I've talked to him, you know, great guy, great ball player. But Buster, let me just say this. How do you play Grant McKay? And I call him McKay because that's what he does. He's a Special K artist, like the rest of the ball club. Special K. I mean, forget the freaking nothing like it. Let's just get the Special K cereal brand out there at the ballpark and start promoting that on the scoreboard. San Francisco Giants baseball brought to you by, not Farmer John, Special K, where the Giants lead the league in strikeouts. Okay, so here's my point, Lou. If Buster is in charge of the roster, why is he not giving Luis Matos a real shot? The season is over. You're 6 games behind the Mets with 39 to go, but you're really 7 because you lost the tiebreaker. Well, maybe you can tie with Cincinnati. Maybe, you know, but whatever. You're not – this team's not a playoff team. So Matos has never gotten – I bet you the most games he's ever played was when he got in a row, was when he was National League Player of the Week, when he might have played like,
was it like 18,
15,
maybe?
20 games in a row. Why does this kid not get – why didn't he get the final 50 games? Now we're down to 39.
Yeah, there's something must be happening behind the scenes that we don't know about.
I mean, did somebody say he backed into Melvin's car or something? Was that a joke? Or
that was a joke?
Oh, okay.
I think maybe his agent, got involved and told him, F off. And they said, okay, he can be like that. He's going to be released at the end of the season. He probably said, no, release me now. No, we don't have to. And they're playing hardball.
Yeah.
But something has to be done because there's no reason.
Yeah. This team is a joke. Exactly. And Buster's the reason, but he don't need this job if he thinks having Bailey, Wilmer, Willie Adames, Chapman is a right decision to win games. Absolutely. Guys, this team is so seriously flawed. You have a batting instructor who struck out 24% of the time and had a crappy batting average in his career. And just like the rest of the guys he's discipling, they're following his lead. They strike out. They don't hit for average. Devers has 70 strikeouts in 225 plate appearances. My goodness, almost 30%. This is ridiculous. This team,
baseball.
Somebody asked the other day, I don't know, what may have been you, Lou. Did the Giants sell their soul to win 3 World Series titles?
Yeah, that was me. I asked
Okay.
that.
I mean, this team is awful. How many runs besides last night's game have they scored on this homestand? I mean,
would it be 6, 7? I have to take a look.
They're 1-7. They've lost 7 in a row. They won the first game. I just don't like the way Buster has constructed this roster, and I can't stand the fact. Look, I have nothing against Grant McCray. Nothing. I'm hoping he makes it. I'm hoping he looks like a kid who has tremendous athleticism, but I call him McKay because he strikes out so much, and the Giants are continuing to put him out there. And you got a guy in Matos who doesn't strike out. He's the one guy besides Jung-Hoo Lee that actually doesn't strike out more than 20% on the team. Everybody else, if you take a look at the Giants roster, Ramos over, Devers over, Adames over. I'm not sure about Dom Smith. Lee under. Who cares about cost? Fitzgerald way over. McKay way over. Flores is probably over. Kinzer, he's over, or who cares?
Haley.
I mean, Bailey, way over.
Yeah.
And Schmidt's in there. He's a little over too, but he's actually coming down a little bit. I mean, but he's still got to work on his Ks. Look, why would you not have Matos as a guy who strikes out about 15% of the time in this lineup? Why do you feed? This is why I'm saying I don't know where their brain's at, Lou. Why do you put Grant McKay up there when the whole team strikes out? Do you think maybe the Giants, do you think Buster's getting possibly bonuses for how many Ks for each K that's in the lineup?
Well, he's not living in Georgia anymore. He's living in California, so that's a definite possibility. Hello, Robert. Welcome back. I think tonight I saw something, and this is why Tampa Bay is a better team than us, 61-63, compared to the Giants. If you notice the 8th inning, there were 2 outs. They got a guy got hit, and then not 1, not 2, but 3 straight guys went the oppo way for base hits. The Giants haven't done that all year, but 3 consecutive guys oppo base hits, and all of a sudden you look up, they're up 2-1. That's what good teams do. The Giants don't do that. We can't bunt. We can't hit behind the runner. We can't do sacrifice flies. And when you bring up McKay and some of these guys, Dan, it's like 1, 2, 3, you're out, like the old Bugs Bunny. I mean, they literally are always 0-2, and the strikeout pitch, they're not even close. It's not, I don't mind if a guy strikes out and maybe it's an 8 or 9 at bat, but it's ridiculous. 0-2, fastball high, boom, gone. Same thing. Same thing with Chapman. Same thing with Adames. I give Lee credit today because at least he showed up. Probably the only one on the Giants today. He hit that ball. He got a little oral cold, but he got the steal. At least he's trying to make something happen. A lot of these guys, They're just thinking of, hey, golf September 30th. Can't wait till the end of the season. They don't care. I feel bad for the fans. And by the way, who in the hell's decision is to wear those ugly looking piece of shit uniforms on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Can you tell who wears those unis? It's bad enough we got to see them on Tuesday nights, but don't ruin my night wearing them on a Saturday night. Those ugly looking piece of shits. God, who thinks of these ideas? It must be our great VP of merchandise. Another great idea.
Oh, Lou, I love it. I love it. Yeah, poor Robert Rothberg has said this team is just a major disappointment. So I need to search for some new music for our. Let me see if I can find it here.
And Dan, remember, the Giants have to go 21-8. No, it's 39 games. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my wager.
Oh, yeah, I think you're
pretty good. 90 wins.
I think your wager is very, very solid. Very solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be the Giants' bonuses. They get a bobblehead. That's about all they deserve. They don't deserve the money they're getting paid.
Right.
Trust me.
Yep. What is going on here? Why can't I do? All right, let's just see if we can pull something off here in the. Hold on here. Let's do a little work in the music. I have to download certain types of music that is only from the YouTube store. So let's see how this one sounds. Haven't heard it yet. I tried to listen to it, but it wasn't in my ear. So we're going to see if this one is, the Giants' funeral. I'm trying to find something. It's not playing. Hold on. Let me find my.
I'm getting scared. Somebody hug me.
This is supposed to be sad music, but I don't feel anything sad yet. Come on, it's got to be better than this. We're trying to bury the Giants. We're trying to give them a proper funeral here. You sound like Hillary Clinton. What difference does it make? Come on, Tim. There's a big difference in the K rate there, like 15 to 55. All right, I can't take this music. This is pathetic. Goodbye. Yeah.
And I see Webb said Giants should trade Webb for some bats. It's almost too late now. We should have done it at this trade deadline. Or we should have said it when Dan said it. We don't know. He wants 200 innings. He's probably going to blow up his arm, and then we won't be able to trade him. You got to trade guys when you know you're not going anywhere, and we've known that for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Dan may not be first, but he's usually right up there in the first, 5% to come up with great ideas, like trading him. So,
yeah. Everybody says you can't trade him. He doesn't have he has a no trade content. Yeah, well, that's where you get creative. You pay the guy and say, "Get out of here. We'll give you an extra $20 million, please."
No, I'm talking about Webb.
Oh, Webb? Yeah,
we
Webb.
Could have traded 6 years.
I thought you were talking about Chapman.
Yeah.
Webb, I would look to trade him in the offseason. What good is he going to do with this club? Well, how is Logan Webb helping this club right now? They can't hit. You need guys that can hit the ball. Go get yourself an Xavier Edwards. type of player. I would love Edwards leading off. Imagine if you had a lineup
just a leadoff hitter.
Yeah, just a leadoff hitter.
It would help.
They should have traded Chad, trade Ray too. They should have traded Ray. Look, if I am Buster Posey, I look at this team and I go, and I ask myself, if I run it back next year, what's going to be different? I've already seen Chapman for 2 years now. I know who he is. He's a 25 home run guy that drives in 75 runs if he's healthy, and he hits 235 to 240 and strikes out 175 plus times, maybe more. And he doesn't come through with runners in scoring position. Why do I need to repeat this again? He's a year older next year. Oh, he's going to be better. It's kind of like the Warriors. Oh, yeah, Draymond Green. He's just going to keep getting better and better. And, yeah, we're going to run the Warriors back with 3 guys over 35, and we're going to compete with the OKC Thunder, who are all under 25 and can get up and down the court 3 times while the Warriors are just working on their second lap. I mean, LDO says, Dan, remember when you said Encarnacion wouldn't play for the Giants again the day before the Giants acted for the L? You don't know everything, Dan. Well, I don't know if I said
one game. He lasted one game.
LDO, I don't know if I said he won't play or he shouldn't play. But you know what? I'm not going to rip on the guy because he's had a couple of rough, tough breaks, and he actually does hit the ball pretty hard when he hits it. But again, he's not an everyday big league player.
He came from a place maybe worse than the KBO.
Yeah. You know, he says he remembers it well. You know, I can't remember everything I say on this show. Maybe I said he never would play on this team, but he did. He lasted a few games. So
no, one game.
I think he came back. Then I don't know. I think he played it.
Remember, he pulled his hamstring again, running out of play. He had a homer, and then he tried to run out of double play, and then boom.
Yeah, tough break. But
that's our great DH.
Look, hey, how about Wilmer Flores, guys? You guys still want Wilmer Flores around? I'm telling you, the guy, Wilmer Flores, great Giant, but time to move on, okay? He's not a guy that is a difference maker. He's a guy that you play sparingly. You give him, you know, they probably should be giving him some more at bats than what they're giving him. I mean, I don't understand why they don't DH him a little more. I mean, tonight you went with Dom Smith. I get it. You know, he's been hot, but Flores too slow. He's aging. Not the answer long-term.
Flores is going to be a free agent. You know, you might want to even look up guys who are going to be free agents after the season.
What do you think?
Because, you know, I don't think they're going to bring him back.
No, he can't run or nothing. What do you think of this comment? Do you think Posey and the Yints might have got played by the Red Sox? Do you think with the Devers deal or?
Well, say if the roles were reversed. You know, you got to remember the trade was like 60-40, and they wouldn't do it unless they gave the rookie and the whole contract. You know, if Boston, I think we got played a little bit.
Well, what happens if what is Boston? Boston right now is the number one wild card in the American League. They're 68-56. They went on a tear right after they traded Devers. They were hot, I think, a little before possible. I can't remember exactly when they got
the All-Star break. They won 10 straight.
Okay. So they had already gotten rid of Devers. So they took off when Devers left, and we went in the tank. So, you know, not sure.
I'm not sure if they're related, but you got to remember, I think the Giants started off hot and then reality hit. And, as you know, our pitching was solid. We couldn't hit all season. So the lineup is what it's been a disaster. And then our pitching got a few cracks. And it's one of those things, Mom always told you don't play in the house. And the cracks are now everywhere. Webb, average at best, starting pitching. To tell you the truth, the second half of the season, probably Verlander's been our best pitcher. I know he's only got, 1 or 2 wins, but he's been solid. But, Ray got hit hard. Webb got hit hard. Our 4 and 5 guys weren't even on the team. Our bullpen's been getting shellacked. I mean, I think at this rate, by the end, do you remember we were number 2 or 3 overall pitching? We'll be lucky to stay within the top 10. That's how bad it's been. Our bullpen comes in, they get blasted. So it's, how we always say you win as a team and you lose as a team. Yeah. This team, everybody is getting to the losing. And, trust me, when we come back from this homestand, if we lose tomorrow, we might be 10 games under by the time we get back because it's brutal. Don't expect us to have a huge winning thing. And, tonight you got to sort of win. You're up 1-0. You finally get a hit and run in scoring position. And then you bring in your bullpen and it just, like usual, falls apart.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough to watch, but
and Ben, I know you say we need aces in 2026. We don't have any aces now. Webb is not an ace, guys. He is an above average pitcher. I think on most teams he'd probably be a number 2, maybe number 3 starter. I know he does a lot of innings, but last year the Giants had a losing record with him. And this year I'm not even sure, what he is. And he's only a 500 pitcher. You guys are making it like he's a Steve Carlton. Every year he's like 17-5. He's not. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the stats. Yeah, Chad, 2.6 chance of making the playoffs. All right. Yeah. I think that should be negative 2.6 that they're going to make the playoffs. Oh, I can't hear you, Dan.
I'm muted there. Let's see if we can pull up some. I gotta do a little bit of downloads here. Hold on here. All right, that's that one. We'll have some special stuff coming up for you here.
Great. Can't
shortly.
Wait.
Some graphics. We all love graphics, right? All right, so we got to move those over. And then we got the final one here. Let's see. Okay, Folgers in your cup. Okay. The best part of waking up. All right. Well, Lou, the Dodgers is just what I said. Whenever their back's against the wall, San Diego comes in a game ahead. Now they're going to be a game behind. Dodgers are going to win tonight again over the Padres.
Yeah. And they'll probably sweep them. And then they get the 2 games, and then the Giants, San Diego will probably take 3 out of 4 to sweep the Padres. I mean, the Giants down in San Diego. And then the Dodgers come to town next weekend. And, they're not going to get swept. Maybe San Diego wins 2 out of 3. And did you see who pitched tonight?
For who?
San Diego, for the Dodgers.
Oh, Snell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake Snell. Well, I want to know, Lou, is it time to put a fork in the Giants?
Yeah, it's so funny. I was just going to send you that thing. There it is. It's perfect. Oh, and it's got a little blood on it. I like it.
Hold on. Let me get rid of this chat here. Let's put up Rob's chat there. Let the rubber ban, snap, and get a high draft pick. Exactly, Rob. I'm going to show you the early draft picks here early in the show here.
62, 100.
Yeah, 62 and 100. Let's see if we can do a little of this, Lou. Little.
Dan, I don't see anywhere.
Put a fork in them.
Yeah, they're done.
Yep. Oh, guys, hey, be careful out there because how can I get these things to be overlays? Maybe if I put them in, I wonder if I put them, like if I put this, oh, these are videos. These are videos. Okay, so I can't. All right. Oops. What happened here? We lost the chat. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Kershaw wins against San Diego, and then Snell tonight.
Yeah. Be careful, guys. You don't want to lose when you go out to the ballpark. You got to be careful because take a look at this when you go out to the ballpark and park or just anywhere in the city. You got the car got broken into in San Francisco, and the guy was upset because somebody left him Giants tickets.
Of course.
And then we have one more here coming up. Let me show you. This might be the best one yet. All right. This one, I got to remove us from the stage. This is our Special K moment here with Grant McKay. We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah.
We're going to have to work on that, get that better. I don't know how to. I didn't get it.
Hey, Dan, your winning hat today looks a little bit better. Looks like Bill has been affected. Would you wash it or
no? Just sitting right here
coming
on
together
the desk,
a little bit better.
Sitting right here on the desk, figuring I no need to take it off the wall. Just leave it, leave it on the desk so that tomorrow I won't have to go pull it off the wall. It'll just, work itself out. So
Got it.
No, worst record doesn't necessarily give you the top draft pick. It is a random or whatever they do. It's not. They don't go by record.
Only for the top 6, right? So if you're
it's the top 6, I believe. Yes, yeah. And you know what? Teams like the Rockies can't be in the top this year because they under the CBA, the new CBA, you can't be in the lottery twice in a row. Yeah. So there's teams like the White Sox or whoever. There is an article I saw. Let me see if I can put it out. MLB 2026. Okay, here it is. 2020, a way too early mock draft. Let me pull it up for you guys. The way too early. Okay, this was written July 17th, as you can see, by Jonathan Mayo. Here's a way too early mock draft for 26. Now, what's interesting, guys, the scouting industry hasn't waited. The high school summer showcase circuit and wood bat college leaguers in the Cape Cod were being scouted even before this year's draft began. Who's the top players in the class might be is starting to take shape. And while that is obviously will change a lot between now and the 26th draft next July, thought we'd take a look at an opportune time to take a look at the top 20 in the form of a way too early mock draft. Now, keep this in mind. It's worth paying attention. Last year's version of this story listed 9 players who went in the first round, the top 27 picks. So they're pretty close. Got a third of them right, while 4 more went in the comp sandwich round top 43 picks. All but one of the 20 players went in the top 5 rounds. So they're looking at now this is what this is. They did this. They used a randomizer to determine the draft order below, which ultimately will be decided by the draft lottery in December.
Is that like the Dan Wheel?
Yeah.
Nice.
Followed by reverse order of the standings at the end of the year. The Rockies and Nationals can't pick higher than 10th in next year's draft, which is why they're 10 and 11 respectively. See, because they can't be in the lotto or the top 6 anymore. So they've got the White Sox and then the Braves. Look at that, the Braves, like they need it. The Twins, the Pirates. They've got the Orioles. We're only 3 or 4 games ahead of the Orioles, guys. And the Royals have a better record than us. So when this was written July 17th, the Giants come in at 18th in this thing. They had a good record at July 17th. So the Giants are 18th. We've moved into this top 6 possibly. In fact, let's take a look where the Giants do fall when we look at the standings. Let's take a look at the overall standings.
We were 52 and 45 when this came out.
On July 17th?
Yep.
Okay, let's see where we're at now when it comes to the Major League standings. All right. There you see the standings. Let me bring them up, blow them up. All right. We are okay. Who was it? The Rockies and the Nationals cannot be in the top in the 6. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're 8th. We only got a couple more spots to go, guys.
Yeah.
If we can
we're
keep
7 and 19 since that was written.
If we look, if the Twins can pass us and the Orioles, maybe even the Braves, the Marlins for sure, we got a shot at this, guys. We got a shot.
That's a big series when the Orioles come. If the Orioles sweep the Giants, that helps us. Next homestand.
Senior says Rocks, Pirates, and Nats can't be in the lotto this year. Okay, so look at those standings, guys. We are right there. We were right there. Maybe Buster's playing this out and playing McKay so the Giants do lose. Maybe he's playing McKay and some of these other guys so they do lose. Senior says the A's will blow by the Giants. Let's hope so. Let's get these Giants into the bottom 6. Come on, guys. What happens if the Giants get in the bottom 6? They have a shot at the number 1 draft pick. I mean, isn't that better than a 78-win season? Wouldn't you rather?
At least we'll have a lane.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Vince says, how do you make the Giants better? All right, Vince, good question. I like good questions. I like questions that actually have, instead of just us here. Why do we have a dark background there? What is going on? Do we have something in the background? Hold on here. Why are we over here, Lou? And there's this dark cloud in the middle.
I'm not sure. That's all you, Big Daddy.
I know. I don't know what I did. Let me try this. There we go. Where'd Lou go? There we are. Oh, I see. We changed our background. That's what happened. The background went from, well, let's just put this in the background. There we go. That looks better, Lou, doesn't it? Nice background.
I like the blood.
All right. Vince says, Dan, Lou, since the Giants suck, how do they make the Giants better? All right. A couple things. One is might as well suck the rest of the way and see if you can get into that bottom 6 and get a high draft pick, for one. Number 2, in the offseason, get a new catcher. Say goodbye to Bailey. I would do everything in my power to try to get Matt Chapman to agree to a trade and ship him off to some team that could use him. And I would put Casey Schmidt as my third baseman. I guess you got Adames. I'd go out and find a solid second baseman that's more like a leadoff hitter, whether that's Jordan Westberg of Baltimore, or if it's a Jackson Holiday or an Xavier Edwards or somebody that can play second base. Gavin Lux, I don't care.
What's his name from San Diego is going to be a free agent.
Arias?
Yeah. You get a second baseman, and he could lead off.
He could play a little second. He's not the greatest, but okay.
Or at least he makes contact.
And then I'm moving off of Chapman. And then I will put Devers. I'll rotate Devers, Eldridge, first base, DH, give them some time there so they're not exclusively the DH. My outfield, I've got to go find a right fielder. So if the other thing I would do is, sounds crazy, guys, I understand, but I would do whatever I took to go out and sign Kyle Tucker, and I would tell him as part of the deal, written language, that the fences will be moved in, and give him and make those dimensions like actually enjoyable for a power hitter. And you can put I don't think the Giants will do this, but you're asking me. The question is, how do you make the Giants better? Yeah. And then I would go out and see if I can trade a Logan Webb and a Robbie Ray, and I would try to get young pitching that's already in the big leagues. I want 2 pitchers, starting pitchers, back for Webb that could actually pitch. And I would go for moving off of Ray. And I would want, like, if I can get 3 or 4 starters back for those 2 guys, then I'm going to go with young. Look, we're not trying to win the division or the World Series next year. We're building. This is a process that's going to take a few years. And I don't think Tucker's going to want to play here either, guys. I certainly wouldn't if I'm Kyle Tucker. The only way I'm playing here if I'm Kyle Tucker is if those dimensions are moved way in and you're paying me, a couple $100 million, at least $100 million more than somebody else is willing to pay him. If somebody offers him 500 and he's getting 6 from the Giants, but again, Giants aren't thinking outside the box. They think they got a great ballpark and they can build around pitching. Let me ask you, what pitching are you building around? What pitching? Kai-Wei Teng, Tristan Beck, Mason Black, Carson Wisenhunt, Kyle Harrison. Okay, these are all the young people you're building. Ray's gone, okay? You're not going to have Robbie Ray past next year unless Buster's stupid enough to chase him out the door and try and not let him go and give him a 6-year deal like he did Chapman. Hey, wait, Robbie. We'll give you a 6-year deal. No trade. Look,
I think it's easier to sign starting pitching, but not get bats. So that's why you got to trade your two best assets.
Yeah,
guys. That's you get 4 players for your 2 studs. With your young, you could always buy pitching. You can't buy hitters. Right. I mean, for what you're paying for Tucker, you could probably get 2 guys, starting pitchers, that are there. The problem too, Dan, is we talked about this. Next year's free agent class on a scale 1 to 10 might be about a 2. And we're being gracious. If you take Tucker out, it's probably about a half. They're just not difference makers.
Look, they're not going to get Tucker. I'm not suggesting. The question was, how do you make them better? This is what I would do. I would try to bring in the fences. And if I was able to get Tucker to agree to come, if the fence, look, they're not getting any left-handed. They're not getting any good free agents to come here with this ballpark, the dimensions. Do you think Rafi Devers, if he had a chance to be a free agent next year, you think he'd re-sign with the Giants? No way. If Devers was in his free agent walk year right now, he would be like, get me as far away from this ballpark as humanly possible.
He doesn't have any opt-outs in the 8 years, does he? Is it fully guaranteed?
It's fully guaranteed.
All right.
Mark Graves, is there any doubt number 1 pick next year?
Yeah.
Is there a no doubt number? Oh, is there a no doubt?
Like a schemes pick? Or some stud hitter?
Is there a no doubt number 1? Well, let me bring up the article and we'll take a look at it. It doesn't sound like there's a no doubter right now. Okay, here's the they're saying a true number 1 overall pick candidate, Roque Chalowski, a shortstop from UCLA. Hey, we had another shortstop from UCLA that worked out pretty good. Chalowski is a major contributor on both sides of the ball. He's an outstanding defender at shortstop and took a huge step forward at the plate during an All-American sophomore season, which he compiled a slash line of 353, 480, 710 with 23 homers for the Bruins. Number 2, Jacob Lombard. He's a shortstop, Gulliver Prep, Florida. High school, son of George Lombard, who's the brother of Yankees top prospect George Jr. He's a double plus runner. He's an elite athlete who's also excelled in soccer with an outstanding right-handed swing that should enable him to hit for average and power. Stay at shortstop. And then there's this Justice LeBron. What's this? What the heck came up on the screen? What the heck?
Probably another ad. But Dan, my question is, with two great shortstops,
it's an ad.
Don't we have that shortstop of the international guy, the guy that's like 2 years away?
No, he's 4 years away at least.
Okay. Well, you never have enough good shortstops. You can always trade.
Yeah, everybody's a shortstop now, guys. It's unreal. This guy's just a tick behind Chalowski on the college shortstop front, but not by much. Big freshman season, hit 18 homers. What do you guys think? You think the Giants should go after Julia? All right. I think the Giants should go after Julia. They need a new marketing director. Julia looks like she might be someone that can come up with a new slogan instead of nothing like it. How about some like it? Okay. All right. Something. I don't know. We got Grady Emerson, high school home run derby, who's runner-up. Number 4, he has a hit over power profile, but clearly the raw pop is there. He could be a plus hitter from the left side. So look, this is a long way from. It's going to change, but the bottom line is the Giants just need to get younger hitters. Just need to get younger, stronger hitters. So, yeah, I think probably so. And Dylan says he's taking Julia over Susan Slusser. Yeah, I agree.
Standard.
That's another thing we need to do. We need to work on our ball dudettes.
Tonight again was pathetic.
We need some younger, more athletic,
something to look at. God, these old men are like falling down, look like they're dying.
Yeah, I mean,
another change the Giants have to do.
Yes, exactly. Let's see if we got any more ads in here or different players. Dodgers moved back ahead of the Padres. 6-0 win. Let's take a look at that, shall we? You want to take a look at what Blake Snell did tonight? And the Dodgers? Let's see what
this is. What is, and then they got so all these guys, and Dan, you said earlier in the year, they don't care. They're just getting ready for the playoffs. They're gonna have a 3-headed monster for pitching.
Or 4.
Yeah, 4. And
we'll have Glasnow,
yeah, I know
Snell, Yamamoto, and Ohtani. I mean, look, guys, everybody's been down on the Dodgers. Even my friend who's a big Dodger fan. I can't stand them, right? I can't stand them. But you could see what they're doing, right? You can see what they're doing. They're going to gear up and they're going to be hitting the playoffs full stride because these guys aren't going to be tired. They probably just had Snell say, you know what, take the first half off and then take the first half off and get ready for the second half. And we'll start your season in August. You can warm up, you can do your spring training in early July. We'll gear you up and then you'll be fresh and ready to go hitting your peak during the playoffs. You won't be tired.
Yep. They're all about the ring. We're about the third wild card. I mean, come on. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh, I was looking at the scores. Okay.
No, you were also talking about the ball dudes. Oh, and the Dodger game.
Yeah. The Dodgers won 6-0 tonight. Blake Snell. Oops, hold on. I just did the wrong thing. Okay. Blake Snell went 6 innings, 5 hits, only 3 strikeouts, 2 bases, 96 pitches. So they're just gearing up. And they pretty much got the Padres number. Of course, I benched Teoscar Hernandez tonight, and he hits a home run. Way to go, Teo. So, but that's what's going on there. Yeah, I don't think the Giants needed to re-sign Snell. Look, you can't be chasing 30-plus-year-old pitchers and giving them 5+ years. You got to get these pitchers young and get them and under team control, and then let them walk. That's what I think you got to do. All right, Lou. What else? Oh, we didn't go over our players of the game, Lou.
We did not.
All right, give me your players of the game.
Let me pull it up.
Come on, Lou. Who do you got?
All right, so number one, my number here. We'll go 3-1, 3 being the least, but I'll go my number 3 star. I'm going to pick Koss because it looked like the last couple of games he's the only guy making solid contact. I thought Koss, came through a little bit today. He's batting up 274. I know he hasn't been playing that much, but that's respectable. My number 2 star, I'm going to give it to Lee. I like the way he played tonight, showed a little hustle. And then my number 1 overall star, I'll have to pick Verlander. Because Verlander got in and out, you got to remember, Tampa only had one hit until the 5th inning. And I think, the problem is Verlander got here it is again. The Giants scored what in the 6th? I don't understand why he bought Verlander out for the 7th. If you want to just let Verlander, they already had the win. It's well, whatever. I thought Verlander pitched solid tonight. I know he gets a no decision. He's definitely not coming back next year. Another open spot on the 26-man roster in 40. But, he pitched like a veteran. And, unfortunately, I wish a lot of our other veterans would show up because they're not. So those are going to be my 3.
Do you think the Giants do anything here this month to release Verlander to give him a shot to hook on with a playoff team since he pitched?
I think because we're so desperate for pitchers. They've been listening to NorCal, and they know we only have 2 1/4 pitchers. I mean, who's our other starters when you really look at it? And again, it's different. They're pitching in a pitcher's park here. What are they going to do when they go to Milwaukee and the ball flies, when they go to San Diego, when they go to Colorado, they go to the Dodger Stadium? I mean, they're going to get shellacked. So you need somebody. So I think, who knows with Verlander, he says, hey guys, just release me at the end of the year. I'm happy here. Again, I don't know, but I just thought, it's one of those things where you got to do it sort of, and I think they probably have asked him, hey, do you want to get released? But I think the Giants, for some reason, them idiots, even Alex has finally come to the dark side. They still think they have a shot. I hate when Kruk and Kipe come on and say, oh God, we got to look at
nobody thinks they have a shot today, do they?
Dude, they talked about the Milwaukee Reds game because with the Reds getting beat and we win tonight, we're only 4 back in the loss column. It's like, guys, will you stop it? It's over. Okay. Giants aren't going anywhere. I mean, they talked more about that game. Now, I know it's because Milwaukee had 13 wins and we're going for 14, but no, it's because, all they talk about is look at the wild card. Look at the wild card. Guys, by the time next week, we're going to have to go over 8 teams. Can we just get it through our head? This team's going nowhere. Nowhere. They're not going to be 500 again.
They are 6 games behind the Mets, who hold the 3rd wild card, and they are technically 7 out. They are right now 6 behind them in the loss column, so they need the Mets to lose 7 more games than the Giants lose. Wow. They need the Mets. Think about that. The Mets are 65 and 58. That means 7 more games.
And we need to win 7 in a row. Well, in 40. So if we go 22 and 8, no, that's not even right. We'd have to go 25 and 25 and 14.
Yeah, 39 games. 25 wins would get you to only 84. That's not enough.
Well,
25 and 14. Play 11 over, and somehow the Mets would have to go 18 and 19, which is possible. The Mets, because they're kind of in rough go.
They got to go 31 and 18 to hit 90. That ain't happening.
Adi says, I think we can do the exact opposite of the Brewers and lose 14 in a row. Say it with me. 62 and 100. One more time, Lou. 62 and 100.
Hey, they lose tomorrow. They got a chance to be swept on the road.
Oh, yeah. If you can go
4 in San Diego and then 3 in Milwaukee.
Yeah. At that point, yeah, that would be 8 in a row. If they lose tomorrow, it's 8 in a row. And then go on the road
for 7.
And if you can get that thing to 15 in a row, I think you're getting people interested.
Because then you come back and you got the Cubs that are going to need the games.
You know what? If this team can lose 18 in a row, you know what? I think that would be kind of actually, I talk to a lot of people that love sports, right? And you get a mix. I've heard people say you don't play to lose, you play to win. Well, when your team's out of it, like think of the 49ers a few years ago when they drafted Bosa. Weren't you hoping they would get the number 1 pick that year?
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you want them to lose, right? Because of the reward that's on the other side. What's the reward for the Giants winning 73 games, 78 games, 79 games? Haven't we been there, done that for the last 3+ years?
4 years straight.
This will be the 4th year. What is the reward in winning 80 games? If you miss the playoffs and you're right back in the middle and you're drafting in the middle, and all of a sudden you're, instead of getting Ethan Holiday, you're getting what's the guy's name? I forgot his name. Colleen or whatever. Yeah, I get it, Ken. Guys are playing for their jobs. And I hope those guys that are playing for their jobs do well. But as a fan, I can root for them to just be bad so that they get good. You know, yeah, Philip, good question. Philip asked Tim Schmidt, Tim, what's your problem with Schmidt? Why all the hate? Philip, it's because Tim Schmidt is just an unhappy troll. He comes on here and he gets all excited and, wets his pants, I guess, when he likes to do that.
Oh, Dan, I forgot we came up with a new subject last night.
What's that?
I think it was Dallas's idea. Who's the best chats?
Oh, yeah.
Who is the number 1 star for the chat? So, Philip, that's actually probably in the top 3. That's very good. But, I sort of like Emmanuel's too. I mean, that's a pretty good take.
We got something new here, guys. We got something new. A new. Hold on here. Let me put this.
All right, why you do that? You want me to just talk about some of the chats?
No, I'm going to play this right here.
All
we
right.
got video, and we got a song here about the Giants, courtesy of AI. See. The Giants take the field with all their pride. But that don't win the game, no way. Giants in the Bay, what have you done? Giants in the Bay, where has the hit been gone? Another loss, another tear. Giants in the Bay, another wasted year. Used to be a magic in the air, a championship glow. Now it's just disappointment and despair. Watching the losing streak grow. Oh, the wind, it howls a mournful sound, carrying the sorrow all around. Giants in the Bay, what have you done? Giants in the Bay, where has the hit been gone? Another loss, another tear. Giants in the Bay, another wasted year. Used to be a magic in the air, a championship glow. Now it's just disappointment and despair. Watching the losing streak grow. Oh, the wind, it howls a mournful sound, carrying the sorrow all around. All right, we'll see if we can get that's got another time to play. We'll see if we can get more of that. But let's get to these questions, Lou. This is the question from Philip to Tim, and Tim comes back with and says, I question if these guys are true fans of the Giants. Yeah. Okay, Tim, have you ever had season tickets and put out 50 grand like Lou does in the front row and gives away his tickets for charity? Come on. I've had season tickets as well and put out 12, 13,000 for a couple of tickets on the club level. All right. Been a fan for over 50 years. You're probably not even 50 years old. So,
hey, Dan, why did you give up your Giants tickets? Why don't you tell Tim why you gave them up?
Gave them up because I was losing money because I live in Arizona and I wasn't able to make it to every game, and I couldn't even sell my tickets because nobody wanted to take the tickets off my hands.
Yeah. You got to remember this year, I know there's big crowds, but they started this year. If you're a senior citizen, 59 or older, tickets, $8 each. They also did a thing, promotion. Anything good, they'll have some kind of promotion. You know, probably the Giants would draw 2 million, probably $1,500,000 are just basically giveaways. That's what they are, basically. They're losing money, and they're just making money from the F&B.
Yep. This is exactly why I wanted Schmidt to play third before they signed Chapman the first time. And then I thought, well, let him walk, let him go, and you save $25 million a year, or almost $25 million. Schmidt's making $800,000, and then you put that money elsewhere. That's the smart thing to do. You have a player in Schmidt who's as good or better than Chapman. I think he's got more productive than Chapman. So it's not a smart move on the Giants management, and they've made it very dumb in my opinion. Why are we so biased against Schmidt? We're not biased against Schmidt. We're just telling you like it is. The facts speak for themselves, Tim.
Hey, Dan, we might have a major problem. Adi, am I saying it right? ADI at 9:47 probably came up with the big solution tonight. This is why the Giants are having problems.
This one?
Yeah. In the batting cage, he struck out. Very good. That's
let's
exactly
get to
right.
We got a super chat in here from Bill. He says the Giants will probably screw up the number 1 pick if they got it. Yeah. Look, guys, we know it's rough out there. If we're here to entertain, we're not here to solve the world's problems. We're Giants fans, and we try to have some fun with it when they're stinking, because what else are we going to do? We're going to sit here and bitch and moan about it for an hour and a half and tell you how. I mean, look, we got to have some fun with it. And
you think it's rough now? Imagine once the NFL starts.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be rough. You know, and that's, one thing, Dan, is we got 6 weeks left. We can start thinking, like, it's been such a rough year. I don't even know who would win the Willie Mack Award when you really think about it. Who is the most inspirational? So
on this team this year, I think there's a couple guys. Let's try and project that. Who?
Dominic, maybe Smith.
I thought about Dominic. Let's.
Can you have someone that's no longer on the team? Like a Yaz? Bring him back?
No.
I mean, I'm really trying to think. I mean, I don't think Ramos deserves it. He's not really, because it's supposed to be the most inspirational and it's voted by the players.
I would think, I'm going to give you some candidates who I think have a shot at it.
All right. I got my 3.
Okay. I'm going to give you the 3 I think have a shot at it. And it's not, has Webb ever got it?
I don't think so. Here, let me take a look.
I don't know who the previous winners. I used to know, but I'm going to give you the three people.
Leadership. All right, you go, and then I'll go with you. I got my three.
Okay.
He has not won it. He has not won it.
Okay. He's going to be one of the three candidates to win it this year. And I would say, has Wilmer won it?
2022.
Okay, so he's not going to win it again. I'm going to Robbie Ray. I'm going to go Robbie Ray. I'm going to give you 4 because I think there's a slight possibility.
Remember what it stands for: Giant Spirit, Ability, and Leadership Award.
Okay, I think Webb, Ray, Dom Smith, even though it'll be a shortened season for him, has a shot at it. And I mean, Adames could be in it because of how infectious, how he's liked. And I think you might have to put in Jung-Hoo Lee and Casey Schmidt. And why do I say those guys? Why do I say Casey? Because Casey has battled back from some adversity and come back, and players kind of know how that is. They see what a guy goes through. So I think there's like 5 guys it could be: Webb, Ray, Dom Smith, Jung-Hoo Lee, and Schmidt. Those 5. Maybe Adames on the outside. I don't know. So give me. I gave you 6 guys. That's probably too many, but who do you think, Lou?
I will go. I mean, originally, why I asked if you can do someone that's on the road. I thought someone like Rogers would have been good, but I will go with Adames because I think he's pretty emotional, shows leadership, even though, he sort of is having a disastrous year. I think people look up to Bailey. I think someone we're not thinking of is someone like Bailey, for what he does, because frame jobs are so important, not hitting. I think he's very well known. And then I would say probably Ramos. I know it's not really MVP of the team, but, I think if anyone's voting, including Melvin, I know he made 6 mistakes, but he's the best we got. We got to put him, up there. So I'm going to say Ramos, Adames, and Bailey.
Ramos, Adames, Bailey, and who?
No, that's
just
the 3.
Those
just
3.
Those
okay.
3. Yeah, Webb would be too obvious.
Yeah.
And Ray's sort of quiet, I mean, I know when he pitches, but he's still sort of quiet among the people. And I think you got to give someone that's sort of
if I was betting the favorite, I would say it's Webb. Had a baby this year. It's kind of A's win. They move one more game closer to the Giants. There we go. A's win. Beat the Angels. After the Angels swept the Dodgers, now the A's are going to take it to the Angels. Baseball's kind of a funny game.
It is.
Let's get out of here, Lou. Let's get out of here.
All right, big day game tomorrow, and then hot corner tomorrow night. That should be interesting.
Hot corner tomorrow night, guys. And Tim Schmidt, he says we've got guys in our chat discussing trading web endeavors. Well, good for them. Let them think for themselves, Tim. Tim, I almost know your personality from just your just the way you come across in the chat. Yeah.
Hey, and also, guys, just so you know, in the chat, a couple guys from Hot Corner, me and Dan, we're going to be at the Cubs game on that Tuesday night when the Giants play the Cubs. So a couple other guys have already hit me up. we're meeting for pizza before with a couple other people. So if you're going to the game against the Cubs, what is that on the 28th, Dan? I can't remember.
26, Tuesday. Tuesday,
Yeah,
the 26th.
26th. You're more than welcome to join us. We're all meeting before the game.
Longbridge, right?
Yeah, Longbridge Pizza. So you're more than welcome to join.
If you guys want Lou's autograph, make sure you come early. We will be giving away only the first 10,000 bobbleheads of Lou.
Yeah.
Okay. Get your Lou bobblehead. So if you want that bobblehead that of Lou, Mr. Negative, come early to Longbridge Pizza. I think probably around 3 o'clock, 3:30 on
yeah, probably, or I think 3:34. Eric's going to be there. Abraham.
Hey, you'll meet the whole gang.
Yeah,
it's Lou, it's Dan. Los will be there. Eric will be there. And speaking of Eric, who's got another channel, Audie says, "Can we trade Tim to another YouTube channel?" Mitchell and Ness would like the bobblehead to add to the collection. So, boy, that blood looks pretty gruesome right there on that fourth.
I like it.
So, yeah, can we get the bobblehead of you cussing out Duvall, calling him whatever you were yelling to him that day?
So Dan, I know we're on the way out, but did you see what happened?
Wait. Bring the cookies.
Yeah, Aaron, bring cookies for us. We need
cookies.
Did you happen to see the San Diego Padre fan that sat behind home plate and got escorted out by the Giants? I think I sent you the thing. Because the Giants said she was too loud, and the announcer said she was too loud, and she was bothering. The Giants were losing. I mean, being a fan, that's exactly what happened to me, and the guy came by, And again, I had the right to with Duvall. Look what he's doing now. The guy's a disaster. I was just ahead of the time, sort of like Dan's take sometimes. He's just a little bit too early. So it happens.
Lou, you know what? I'm so biased that this might hurt our show because I'm biased. How am I biased? Bias over what? The Giants being good or being crappy? Is that being biased that they're crappy? I don't know. D. Lodi says 49er season, fellas. I will be back once that starts and this disgusting nightmare is over. Yeah. Hang in there, guys. Deloading.
Hang in there, deloading. Not only do you have the Niners to worry about, you're going to have your Warriors to worry about. It's gonna be a long end of 2025.
We're hoping for a 18-game losing streak, so there'll be something on here where we get more comical. Look, if they can lose tomorrow, that's 8, and then they got a 7-game road trip that's tough in San Diego, Milwaukee. Then they come home to the Cubs. Just make it a perfect 21, like blackjack.
Slam it down.
There we go. All right. We're just having fun.
Yep.
Oh, I'm biased over my praise of Schmidt. Okay. Well, aren't you Schmidt? I thought I was praising you, Tim. Do I got the wrong Schmidt?
Who else are we supposed to get excited about?
Shoot, I was praising Schmidt, and I thought I got the wrong. I've been praising you, Tim. Tim, you're a Schmidt. You're a schmuck. You're a schmuck. Tim. Oh, boy. Tim, go. I think you might have the wrong
YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because people who know the Giants and the other shows, like even your Dynasty show, they will tell you the same thing. Casey's been one of the top 3 sparks and the most improved player on the Giants this year. So you obviously don't have any clue about baseball itself, Tim. So hopefully you will get a clue and figure it out. Oops, let's do this one. There we go. All right. Deloading says, and we'll end with this. I like stressing out over Jake Moody field goals any day of the week over watching this team. How about that Moody 59-yarder? 59-yarder in the game. Hey, Tim, we shall see maybe, but you won't see because you may not be on this channel too much longer with your I'm giving you a bad time. I'll let you hang around because you're good for the show. All right, let's get out of here.
Get that band going.
Let's get that band going. Let me get the band going. Find it here. Come on, band. There we go.
Thanks, Casey.
There we go. Yeah, I'll take a 39-yarder when it counts over 59-yarder. A couple of his kicks looked a little bit shaky, but they went through the uprights. But not like the last one was nice. It went right through. I mean, straight, beautiful kick. I didn't know he had enough leg to get it there. The rest of us don't agree. Yeah, I get you. I'm trying to be nice. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow's Sunday. So we'll see. Tomorrow night is Hot Corner, 8 o'clock. Yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun. Especially if they lose. Who's pitching tomorrow, by the way?
Webb.
Oh, Webb. Webb against who?
Can't remember who's pitching for them.
See, this is what's happening. Nobody's caring anymore. We're losing interest.
Yeah.
But keep it right here. We'll try to keep you entertained at least. Tomorrow, it's Logan Webb against Ryan Pepio, former LA Dodger. So we'll see if Webb gets it done. Should be interesting game. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy Giants baseball tomorrow, I guess. I mean, Dallas says 3-2 final score. 3-2 Tampa. Oh, we should start doing that predict the score thing.
Yeah.
Darn, like, well, you know what? We'll have to start instituting predict the score for the next game on weekends. And we can get dinners like Marty does. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's hard, but keep it right here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Giants, the Hot Corner Show. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic Sunday. God bless.